What's going on YouTube? So, I just seen Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I thought, why not review that shit? Cause I ain't got nothing better to do, right? So, yeah, I watched it. I sat down and I watched about five episodes of that shit, and I should have just stopped after the first episode. I feel, but I kept going as long as I could, but. It wasn't all that good. Didn't really have, to me, I didn't enjoy it. Like, dude playing Kenobi though, like that guy can act, but like this show was just not for me. Like, I saw the first episode and like the way they were acting, and the overall like direction of the characters was just kind of like. Like about it, it was just it was trash. I ain't like that shit. Like all of the forced screaming that they do, where it don't sound good at all, bro. It just that like you gotta look at it like, yo, would you in real life spend time with this individual? And anybody who scream like that, bro, I don't want to be nowhere around, bro. How you scream like? How the fuck you scream like Arnold Schwarzenegger talk? Like, and that's everybody, bro. They got that Asian man doing it too, bro. And really, that's the biggest of like one of the biggest of now what is it? Well, that's one of the biggest offenses. That's what it is to this show, bro. Because like. The Asian, like the alien dude who was played by the Asian man, bro, like he could have been like so much better. I feel, bro, because after those screaming or yelling scenes, bro, if you hear him talk like softly, like that's a whole other character in it of itself. But then, like that's what I'm saying. Like it's the whole direction of how they directed these people that was kind of trash, bro. Cause like, bro, he could have been such a good character. So where like how key this shit like give Asian actors like a bad look, bro. Cause his accent, bro, that shit was so funny to me, bro. Watching like whenever that nigga start to scream, bro, it's like I couldn't take that shit seriously, bro. And they had to know like that shit sounded corny as hell, bro. Over there, whoever the fuck running this shit, man, they had to know that shit was funny. Something fucking wrong with it, bro. Cause that shit was like cringy, bro. That shit was cringy, bro. And like, bro, if somebody was really in front of you talking like that, bro, you would laugh, bro. You bust out laughing, bro. Like it didn't, like his accent didn't help him out as a loud screaming that character, bro. Like that's like, bro, like and it's very noticeable. So like they had to see that shit, like, and just be like, that shit was trash, though, bro. They killed the character before you had one, bro. But like that shit, like, that's just the first episode, bro. That's why it's like I should have just stopped there, cause I thought it was at least gonna look cool at a certain point, but it didn't, be. It's like it's like subpar, bro. As far as the effects go, bro. I guess like that's one thing it got. It's the actual like movie story. I guess they didn't rely too much on no force powers and none of that shit. So like, oh man, that shit was not fun though, bro. Like I said, dude who played Kenobi, he get it. Like he around a whole mess of actors, bro. He around a lot of bad actors, bro. It's a lot of bad actors, or at least people acting bad, bro, in this show. Cause like the little Jedi dude, the kid Jedi who tracked them down in the first episode, terrible actor. Even from like his introduction in the bar. Like the way they did that shit, bro, that shit was like so. Like there was no way that guy could have like stayed anonymous helping that man in that situation with his force powers, bro. Like that's the type of like it felt forced, bro. seeing him blatantly move the shit out of the way, like, bro, you can't tell me you couldn't have hid your hand behind your robe or something, or at least like it fell for us, cause I know like motherfuckers can move small shit out the way, bro. And like without putting their hands out, like it's something special. And I get it, like he's untrained or whatever, but bro, you couldn't have just hit that shit halfway. Yeah, the knife on the what's it called, the Inquisitors threw at the shopkeep. It's like, and this little Jedi kid like move that shit out the way. What I'm saying is that shit looked at like, bro, it looked forced as far as the story goes, because bro, you could have moved that shit out your way without exaggerating like your body, because how it was I played out, it's like, it's, you couldn't imply that um the way it was the fact that he had his hand raised out after moving the knife away from the shopkeep, that, or the pub keep, that it was the dude who did it, or the Jedi. It was implied that they found him out because of his body movement, or his exaggerated use of the force in terms of body movement. And it was just like, there were other ways you could have showed them being competent, and just having them actually track the dude down, instead of, oh hey, this is the first place that we're visiting, and we caught him, and then like, and it looks super freaking forced, but it's just like, that's fun. And like I watched this shit like way after. I watched the show like way after it was already, like a week after it already finished airing, or or the same week it finished airing. I just binged all the episodes, and like I've already heard about the criticisms as far as the actors, and like the whole, is it racist, is it not racist thing. I don't really care. The lady was not a good actress in this thing, bro. Like I hear like, again, because I've been online, like I hear she's a good actress, but it's like, it just goes back to the director, bro. They did not direct these folk good, bro. They at all, bro. I hate that lady character, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I hated her more in the first episode, but like, it just make the lady look bad, bro. Okay, like that shit. I don't know. But I did not enjoy her character, man. That shit was not cool. Her shit, like, especially, and she had like, she was fake screaming a lot, bro. Just like, that shit made it sound corny as hell too, bro. Yeah, bro. That shit sounded corny as hell. So like, bro, I'm already throwed off by your character, son. And then you got like, what is it, the Grand Inquisitor, bro? I guess it's supposed to be the same version, or the same character as the one from the Disney Star Wars show. That doesn't carry down. What is it? Star Wars Rebels. That's it. Cause he was in that too, and I looked it up. I think he's supposed to be the same character, but he looked retarded as hell in this form, bro. That you do look like a goddamn bubblehead. Oh yeah, bobblehead head. Yeah, he looked like a bobblehead. Like that's the best comparison I could give to the dude too. Is like, he just looked like a bobblehead to me, bro. And he talk like Dr. Evil too, bro. I can't take that. I can't take fool seriously, bro. Like, I mean, like, I thought that nigga died, but he ain't died. He got stabbed in the chest and shit, and he ain't died. So like, I looked the shit up. Like, the Grand Inquisitor Yeah, I looked that shit up, and then it was the dude from the Star Wars shit. So like, I was trying to figure out like if Buddy died, but I guess he didn't die because he just like he show up at the end, like. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Like that shit kind of like felt forced too. Like, not even like not really forced. It's like, but y'all was not goddamn trying to like make him into no character, like for real though. Like, dude, I wasn't impressed with the Grand Inquisitor basically. So that was what I was trying to say. Like with his live action depiction, I wasn't really too impressed with him. And yeah, man, Darth Vader hating Christians and now. I saw the scene, the short scene where he appeared. I saw that shit on YouTube on the video titled "Deep Faking Hating Christians," and it's just like, yeah, or de-aging hating Christians. It's like they should have just did that, right? Because bruh showed up like looking like you know that's not the same version that you grew up on, but dude showed up like you can see the age in his shit, man, and yeah, but I mean, Vader was there. I think they broke him at a certain point when bruh just grabbed a whole spaceship out the sky and bring that shit down without no signs of struggling, and it's just like, how the fuck did you do that? Like, could he? Like, I didn't even know he could do that, bro. Like, really, for real. Like, it had to be like, like I seen videos on Darth Vader and shit, and like, dude don't never look like he could do that, bro. And man, I don't know. The show is trash, bro. If you like this shit, subscribe, do that, bro. The show is trash. Like, I ain't even watched the fifth episode too, bro. Or the last episode. I stopped. Like, man, enjoy.